have you ever been there and you feel like, I can't go into marriage because I don't have money, like I don't have any money, that support of money, you get that fear that I should not really go into marriage. But at the moment you get money, you feel like now everything is set. Let me go straight to marriage. And so many people have done that. The moment they get money, they feel like it's the right time to join marriage. And sometimes we feel like, it is money that is influencing marriage. You know what I'm saying? Welcome on Chill Show, where we're going to be talking about so different things, and here we don't really, we are not really specific on certain stuff. We're going to speak about everything, about community, culture, and all that. And I'm chilling with my brother here, my homie, the way they say it. Welcome on the show on Chill. Introduce yourself, bro.
Good evening, viewers. Your Derek Ajuna are my names. Founder Kasoga Community Experience, where we offer great extra tourist activities for the guests coming to Queen Elizabeth National Park as a destination. So our activities actually rely more on how the community lives and works. So that's us.
It is called what?
Kasoga Community
Kasoga Community Experience. Wow, it's a beautiful. If you really have time, you can search about Kasoga Community Experience. It's a very good tourist company. I've ever been in it. I've ever worked in it. It's beautiful. On today's show, we are trying to see how money influences marriage. And the topic really, if I'm to mention it good, is how money influences marriage. Should money influence marriage? Should you get the money to feel like, it is time for me now to join marriage, But as I look at it, I feel like, there are so other factors that should, make you join marriage. You should first think about before joining money. It's not really going to be about money. You should first think about other factors. And these are the factors that we're going to see today on this show on Chill with the brother, our homie, Derek, next to me. Which are the other factors do you feel like, they should really be thought about before joining marriage?
Yeah. So money seems to be a very important factor in any marriage, but we have things that work against it being the only factor. So we have time,
Time.
So time, as a businessman, as a career-oriented man or business lady, career-oriented lady, you need to know how to balance your time, because your work life takes a lot more time if you're not careful. And then you have to design how you're going to separate time for family and for your workspace. So you have to really commit a lot of time, especially even for your family. So most especially when you even get to the phase of where you get children involved. So as a people who want to start families, we have to think about the idea of time, because time management is always been our problem, and we have to discuss it before we even start getting into marriage, because you have to see the time that you have as a person.
But this is the point. Me, I feel like, I'm having my money. What does time has to do with it? I mean, I have money, that means I can manage marriage, So I feel like, if it's me, if I'm coming at home, I'm used to coming at home around say 2 in the morning, and then you tell me, because I have my money, that's the time I'm getting money, that's the time I'm working. And later when I involve myself in marriage, like I've married someone, someone's daughter, someone, she's in the house, and then should I keep coming at that time, or should I follow that my schedule of time I be coming at that time, or I have to change my time, coming home? Is that what you're trying to say, that I have to, try now to learn another behavior of dealing with time?
Yeah, the problem we have today is that people are married and they're still living like they are single.
Like they're single.
So you have to know that when you're married, you have to be answerable to someone,
Yes.
and answers don't just come from thin air. You get answers from how you balance your time, because then I have this woman at home whom I'm responsible for, and I have to have time to have leisure, work, and family. So who do you share that time with? So you need to know before you go. Even the money will not answer that, because time has to do with balancing both money making and family life. So you have to really consider changing that kind of lifestyle you've been used to. So you have to make sure that you have time for a family and for your woman at home, because time is really not there so much time, but you have to try and fix time for the people that you really
when you
care
talk about answering to her, like now you're trying to she's going to demand me all the time, where are you, what time are you coming home, but I have my money and you came this marriage to enjoy it with me. I was not married before all this. I got money, so I have everything. I feel like I'm a king right now when I have my money. So I don't think, like, how do you feel? Like, should I be answering her where I am, where whatever I'm doing and all that stuff? Like, I think that's what you're trying to show us about time management and stuff like that.
No, what I'm trying to say about time is that you have this time. We have 24 hours in a day, but most especially people work for like 12 hours. So you have to know, maybe I'm working for 7 hours or 8, and the 4 is for family, or you can give 6 hours for work and family, or it depends how you look at it. But if you want to really create a family that is going to live longer together, because it won't work if you just have the money and you think, I just have my money, and you're not creating time for your partner, then it's going to be a waste of time.
Listen, this is a big point. It's not about money. You think money is everything, but he's bringing us another factor that you should consider before you get into marriage. It is time. Let us be back in a few minutes, and we shall go on with the conversation. There are a lot of factors that we all people should consider before getting into marriage, not only money. We'll be back. Thank you.
Kasoga Community Experience is a destination management company in Hamkung Fishing Village in Queen Elizabeth National Park, where we offer great activities on how the community lives and works. These activities range from marine, experiential, and communal tourism.
Welcome back from the commercial break, and it is a very nice experience if you come and choke on us. It is Kasoga Community Experience. It's a beautiful experience if you come and check on us. We're here located in where we're located?
In Hamukungu Fishing Village.
Yes.
In Kasese District. Lekatwe Sub-County.
Lekatwe Sub-County, where we're having so many activities in this tourist company, and these activities will be talked about later when we're about to finish up. But we're still going on with the show, and it is should money influence marriage? The moment you get money, should you think about marriage or the other factors that you should think about? And we have talked about time. You have to learn now how to balance your time. The time of being a bachelor and the time of being a married person, there should be a difference. And we're bringing another factor or reason that you should think about before joining into marriage. Don't only think about, because I got everything, I have my money, so the woman will do anything, even if I lie to her, and there's the second factor that you should think about, which is called trust, right? I mean, I feel like, if there's no trust between you, or if you don't trust, because trust starts with yourself.
Yeah.
If you have some issues, trust issues, like trust levels are low, I don't think like you should think about getting into a relationship or marriage with someone, because you will not trust that person. What do you think about trust?
Well, I think that trust is basically the foundation of even having a marriage. because you cannot live with someone you don't trust, and you want someone to be able to trust you. So you have to develop that. It's a process where you as a couple learn to trust each other, and people have their own insecurities. You know this, and so we have to deal with so many things around that. We have to work out a system in where we can be able to trust each other.
Yes.
So with trust, this comes from communication, the way you communicate as a couple. Even before you start assuming I have all this money, I can be a married guy or a married woman. It's just that you need to trust the other partner, and that comes with series of actions that each partner shows or shares with the other person. So you want someone to be able to, like we have, for example, my phone. There are people who, tend to quake around and want to hide so many things on their phones. But you see, everybody says, let me have, my phone is my phone, and her phone is her phone. Yes. So why, with trust, you have to give someone confidence that they have nothing to worry about, and it doesn't come only with, the idea of being of sharing the phone password or whatever. Sometimes it even might come with a geographical location. So the trust, you might be living, let's say, in Hamukungu, but then you guys, someone else is in, your girlfriend, for example, is in Fort Portal or is in Kampala.
There's a distance
in between there, and that as well shows you that you can be able to trust someone, because then you maintain that system that you show her in the first place. So if you've been communicating, communicate. Text her the way you've been texting.
When you talk about communication, you're trying to bring these other two things that I feel like truth and lies. Someone you can feel like I have something that I have to keep for myself. She shouldn't know about them, and someone will be like, I have to tell her everything. Do you feel like it is safe for you to tell your so-called a wife or someone that is going to be a wife everything that you've been through? Do you think you should lay out everything like that for her to know?
No, I just think that you need to weigh the magnitude of the lies that you want to tell. But if the lie is really going to bring your relationship onto an edge you don't want it to be on, you want to tell someone the whole truth,
the whole story,
so that they don't find out
from other people
or on them for themselves. So you want to weigh the weight of the lie that you want to lie. If it's just something really simple, you can lie about that. I think it will not cost you so much. Even if the other partner finds out, it's just something that of course will disappoint her, but it wouldn't bring you to that age where you're even looking at a breakup.
The point is, I have my money and I want just to join marriage. I've been miserable. I wanted someone, but I didn't have money. But the moment I get my money, I feel like everything is set. I'm ready. And this trust thing, I feel like it's kind of simple thing. I will see about it later. But for now, I have my money. And I have to join marriage. I have to be, called a man the way they think. But the way Brother Derek is showing us that you should not only think about that fact that I have money now, everything can be done, but think about how you can start things like time, trust. How you're going to communicate, tell lies or tell the truth at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but we're still going on, and another big factor that I've seen or that I want to tell you about is friends. So many times we've been with friends the way we bachelors. I have friends that I drink with, that I smoke with. I'm trying to bring an example. And when I want to join marriage, are these friends who I've been with going to stay with me? Am I going to block them out, or am I going to try to get other new friends who are married, who are in the business or where I'm going? am I going, like, what you can tell the viewers how that can be done, you know, cutting off friends, adding on friends, or I'm going to stay with the same friends with the same stories, you know, and I'm going into marriage with these old friends of mine that we've been doing rubbish with. What do you think?
Well, I would say that with the friends are those that, you know, people are failing these days to differentiate between real friends and people we just talk to, just have a one-on-one pep talk, and you call them friends. It's just that you have to know somebody who can be there for you in, you know, both in the good and the bad times. That I would regard that one as a friend. So when you're going to that institution of marriage, you need to have friends who are within the, you know, within the circles of marriage.
Yes, who are having the same kind of thinking.
Yeah. So you are in the same thinking cup, and there will always be challenges here because marriage is not, you know, you're not going to find things on a silver platter.
Yes.
So you need people who can encourage you, can, you know, give you their experience, and, you know, so that you can also deal with your problems that you have as a couple when you get there. So when you know, money is not enough. You need friends who are relevant.
Well,
so
relevant,
yes, don't just have friends and you think that you can take their thoughts for sure. So you need people who are in the same circle, and then they can share with us their experience, and we can also tackle our own problems as a couple.
What he's trying to say is I shouldn't, if I'm dealing in business, I should, you know, get friends who I will talk about business with. You know, if you have a friend that is you know, marriage failure, I don't think that you should go to tell him about your issues about marriage and stuff. So you have to choose friends basing on what you want to do or what you want to say. I see your point. Let's go back to our commercial break is coming out, and we shall be right back. Don't miss the coming points, or the coming points are so amazing. We still have a lot to talk about, and salute. We shall be back. Thank you.
Community experience, we give you the following activities: community walk, canoeing, water safari, canoe regatta, fishing trips, and culture trip.
Yes, welcome back from that. It is, you know, a beautiful conversation, Derek, that we're having, and I'm feeling it, and I know that viewers out there who will comment and share this video will really tell us what they think about this. You know, and we're still going on the same topic. Should money be the one to influence marriage? The moment you get money, should you directly think of marriage? Because they feel like, now I have money, I'm called a man, but I have some things I have to do so that I go in that circle to be called a man, and that is marriage. But it doesn't think about the other factors that you have to first follow, you know. And those are the things that we talked about. We talked about time, you know, we talked about trust, we talked about friends. You have to, you know, learn how to choose friends now. It's a different story, different world that you're going into. And now we bring another factor that is so important, and that is respect. You know, you have to learn how to respect stuff. What do you think about that factor?
Well, with respect, respect starts with you. So it starts with the community's perspective on you. You know, how you carry yourself, and that respect, you still carry it on. So you're looking at you and your partner. When you have the money, you don't need to disrespect your relatives, the relatives of your woman, and also you have to learn to respect her as an individual. So that respect should not only be on the side of the person you want to marry. It should be balancing both on the man and the woman. So you need to be respectful enough for somebody to stay with you, even when you are not in your best moments. So you have to learn to be respectful, actually most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
When you talk about respect, I feel like, you know, the first thing that you should think about is, you know, I'm going to get a woman. from which culture or which kind of background, and what are their values, what do they do for a living, or what do they respect. And now you're going to learn, another lesson, things that you never knew on the other culture, because you are becoming a family. Now you want to respect her community where she comes from. You know what I'm saying? And that has been so hard, because we're having things that we do culture ways, things like maybe like in our culture, you know that if I'm marrying so and so, I'm not supposed to be near her mother. That's kind of respect we're trying to see, that you're trying to respect her community and her instincts and values and things like that. And respect her feelings, respect what he thinks, respect when she says this is bad, then you have to go through it. You shouldn't be like, man, I have money, I have everything. No need of respecting your family for what? No need of respecting your community for what? I have money, and money is everything. That's why from the beginning we said, should money influence marriage?
I guess you've seen scenarios where we have interracial dating, and a white man is usually coming with a different perspective and energy in the relationship, because of the difference that we have in culture. And so that's why, I don't know, do you think that respect, we have to give him time to learn
and things like that,
learn about the other person's culture? So what do you think about that? Because for me, I feel like we have this kind of interracial dating, and respect still needs to stand.
I feel that is a responsibility of a man. You have to know where you go. You have to know that I'm going in such and such culture, and this is how they behave. I have to respect the way they behave. I have a scenario where a friend got married to a woman from certain culture, and this woman never respected the culture of where her husband comes from. You don't have to come into shorts when you're going to your in-laws. But this woman was saying, no, this is this generation, we educated and we're different, so I'm going to behave the way I'm behaving, or the way I've been behaving. Your parents won't change the way I do my things. Besides, I have my money, so what else? I have my money and everything is set.
Yeah,
so
that's why you're going to have problems, because then if you can't respect the other partner's culture and values and norms, then it can't work. So you have to be a little bit submissive to those norms and values.
Flexible. You need
very flexible.
Be learning new things. Yeah, because this is a new culture that you're going to. So when you talk of respecting her, are you trying to telling us respecting her feelings, what she says should be done? Or
I like that you came up with the point of respecting her feelings. Yeah, all that matters. Those are things we are talking about, because if you have respect, like we have actually, we look like we have exhausted that part, because we have talked about respecting yourself in the community, and how let the community have very good perspectives. Just that when she asks about you and like, what do you think of Chris? And you're like, oh my God,
that guy is
like
mess.
you're just a mess.
Yes.
So you give someone a different idea on who you are. So you want someone to keep engaged in the same mentality of you as a being, as a partner to be. So the idea of respect covers all that part, like respecting her feelings, respecting her ideas.
Yes.
They may not be very, very exciting, but you have to respect that she
and
came
listen
up
to
with
her.
it. Yeah, listen,
when she's talking.
So all that matters. It's not just having money that will satisfy these kind of things.
You see, it's only not money that will influence marriage, but the other factors, the way we say. We talked about time, we talked about truth, or trust, we talked about how you can change friends. Now we're talking of respect. There's another factor that we really want to talk about. Seriously, this is a big factor, and it is anger management and control, or anger management mechanism and control. We know how we can, every person can go into that, crazy time. She has done me wrong. Do you have to punch her? Do you have to abuse her? That is what we're trying to, anger management. What do you think about that?
Well, everybody in their in their hormones, they have, you know, that part where they are, you see that other bad side of them whenever they get angry. So before you actually get into marriage,
you first check your hunger.
You have to get to know how your partner reacts to different, I would say, different things. So how do they react? For example, if you communicate poorly, like you might talk about something and then you communicate poorly and you find yourself being disrespectful, annoying. So how does that other person react? Is she the kind of person who will hold a glass
or break everything in the house?
Break everything in the house.
You buy you buy the rest
you buy
tomorrow.
Everything, you know. So like you want to know how this person reacts to different things. Like we have things like cheating. You have cheated and she's got to know how will she react. Is she somebody who will be in her feelings, deadly enough in her feelings, or you want to know that this person, if I cheat on her, we are done, or it's done. You know, like I need to know how this person reacts, or they will react in a different kind of form. So you want to know this before you actually think about, you know, money is enough for you to be in a marriage.
I know.
You need to know how good and how bad this person reacts to different things.
When we talk about that anger management, there's the way there's anger management and there's anger control. You know, like one of the when I was still at campus, one of the guys taught me some. He was a Muslim kind of guy. He was coming from Somalia, and he told me that, you know, us in Islam, when you get angry to someone, when you get mad to your wife or someone, you first have to walk away, you know, like, you know, walk away for some time, stay somewhere, try to control it. You know, that's how he used to control his anger. But we're looking at other ways of controlling anger. Do you have to, you know, first drink a cup of tea or a cup of, you know, or milk or something like that? I mean, you have to learn how to.
We will be happy to host you as our lovely guests at Kasoga Community Experience in Hamukungu, Queen Elizabeth National Park.
Welcome back. We're still going on with this conversation. Should money influence marriage? And I was talking about anger management and anger control. You know, every marriage you must have issues, and there are fights, there are quarrels, but how have you come back to control and settling everything? That is so important, you know, and that has really failed so many people. What do you think as we waning up, brother?
Well, I think everybody, that's why they say you have to be the best version of yourself when you get to marriage. You don't have to wait for somebody else to, you know, lecture you when you get there. So you have to know these things, that they are really crucial.
Read books.
Really crucial. So if for example, me, I like to keep quiet a lot whenever I'm angry, and then I suppress those feelings, and then think about it deeply before I react.
Yes.
So I like to think about it and, you know, get different angles of how to approach it, and then I find myself communicating. But there are things where, you know, like, oh, here I'm really mad and it's getting out of hand.
Yes.